where you hang a hat, even if it's just a council flat, as long as you have a welcome mat. Home is where the heart is, just staying with a bottle of fizz. Home is where you spend some time instead of being at your partner in crime. So while you're at home, it's a safer place, and you're with your family just in case. You share love and laughter in a warm embrace, and see your parents with their loving face.
Friend, take it away. Oh, great.
The pedal broke, sorry guys.
Oh no.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the TV show My Life, My Home. I'm Liam Lawrence. Can we give a special welcome and a massive round of applause to our rock band B.I.G. And not to forget, this is my co-presenter, Natalie.
Thanks, Liam. And you've probably already guessed, this TV show is about home and homelessness, people's different opinions of what this means to them.
But most importantly, we must mention that this is a very special show, playing part in the first day of a 2-day seminar that CSV Learning Preston has organised as part of an international event, EC4LA.
Which means European Citizens for Local Action. This project involved partner organisations from the 12 different countries across Europe, including
Austria, Belgium, Estonia,
Finland, France, Germany,
Greece, Hungary, Italy.
Poland, Spain, and not forgetting home, the United Kingdom.
So this programme will promote active citizenship and volunteering and European identity as part of a European Year of Citizens 2013.
It's not just your ordinary TV show, but a very special international event being shared with our European neighbours. Coming up, we have more performances from our students, some very interesting special guests, and a fab collection of short film clips.
Now we can say it's time for our first VT. This was made by Bean. Don't worry, he isn't actually a bean. And this is entitled, What is Home?
If home means safety and security, then its opposite must be homelessness. But how do we understand what homelessness really means if we don't understand the true meaning of home? I will be asking the question, what is home? What creates the feeling of home? And is home the place where you live or the place where you and your family grew up? We all have a special place beyond our own doors, where we can shut out from the rest of the world and find peace and tranquility. Throughout history, many homes have been created, but we all share that one instinct, which is to source the basics such as food, water, clothing and shelter. Some more modern than others, but basics nevertheless. Yep. A home can be described in many different ways. It's a residence, a family dwelling place, and oftenly a place where you can seek refuge from the outside world. Throughout this short film, we have discussed and interpreted different meanings of home. But the question really is, what does home mean to you?
That has really opened my eyes. Now it's time for the Vox Pops, which means Voice of the People, and they'll be talking about their priorities in life and what home is to them to enjoy.
What does home mean to you?
Home means somewhere that I'm with people that I love, somewhere that I feel comfortable, somewhere that I can relax and feel safe.
Home is somewhere where you feel happy and safe and got all your family around you.
Home is like a safe place. It's important because you know you can always be safe there and you've got people like around to look after you.
What does homeless mean to you?
I think homelessness is difficult in the terms that if those things aren't being there, so the things I explained, so maybe feeling scared, maybe feeling vulnerable, and maybe just feeling a bit lost in terms of you don't have the security around you.
Having nowhere to go, no one to turn to, not having any support.
Homeless is you have no security, you're on your own, you have nowhere to go.
How do you see your future home life?
I don't know, I got a really nice partner, so we live together and maybe one day we will have a family, so maybe with children.
Somewhere that's happy and somewhere where my family would want to come visit me.
I don't see myself like living in the home that I am now. I see myself in my own home because I'd call it my home now, but I'd much rather be somewhere when I'm older to call it my home.
What type of support do you get at home?
As I say, I live with my partner Sam and he supports me a lot. He helps me do all the housework and I do more housework than him, but he still does help. He does all the cooking. Yeah, and my mum and dad are really good as well. They help me as well.
Really good. My mum and dad are really supportive and look out for me.
Support from my parents and my brothers. Yeah, support from your family. Like good support though, like they're always there for you. It's not like anything negative. Yeah, they'd help you make the right choices. But obviously, when you've left home, I think the support's kind of gone. Yes.
What are your priorities in life and the importance of having those priorities?
My main priorities are kind of to be caring to other people and to make sure that I do my best for other people, and I also care very deeply about the environment.
I want to find something that I'm passionate about doing.
Family life,
Yeah.
that's very important.
Your family, those are your priorities because those are the ones that will always be there for you. Like your friends will come and go and stuff, but your family will always stick by you.
Well, that was inspiring. Now it's time to meet our special guests who are from Bernardo's. Let's give a warm welcome to Louise and Jackie from Bernardo's. Okay, no. Hello Louise and Jackie.
Hi.
Welcome to CSV Preston. We are going to ask you a few questions about Bernardo's. Question 1. What's Bernardo's all about and what are your main values?
Bernardo's is a children and young people's national charity. Our vision is that the lives of all children and young people can reach their full potential and have somewhere safe, stable and secure to live. and it's about representing and advocating for children and young people who are on the margins of society and who are vulnerable and experience poverty and abuse.
Thank you for that. Can you tell us a little something about the history of Barnardo's, please?
The history of Barnardo's is in 1865. Thomas Barnardo, who some people will know as Dr. Barnardo, went to the streets of London and found children homeless on the streets. And the children were hungry and starving. And during this time, it was the time of the workhouse era, and it was poverty. Yeah, it was poverty was a crime. So what he did when he saw these children, he said that he wanted those to actually have a unique opportunity and to fulfil their potential. So he set up a home. By the time he died in 1905, there were 95 homes which had dealt with 8,500 children. That has grown today. We deal with 200,000 children, young people and families a year, and we provide services for homelessness and for sexually exploited young people. We provide support groups, counselling, lots of things, fostering and adoption, and we do rely on a lot of volunteers.
Thank you.
What does Barnardo's have to do with home?
Barnardo's has everything to do with home, because our visions and values are that every person and every child and young person should have somewhere safe, secure and stable to live. And that's one of the things that we try and do by providing intervention and support. And for example, in Preston, our Moving On project, we actually provide accommodation via supported lodgings and emergency accommodation for young people who are homeless, as well as floating support to help you with that. Families and young people maintain the tenancies, as well as working with the younger age group, 16 and 17-year-olds, to prevent them from becoming homeless by working with other partners to put in a lot of support services, interventions.
Thank you. How big has Barnardo's grown over these many years?
Over these many years, Barnardo has now grown massively. We operate in England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales. We've got probably about 12,000 staff. We rely on over 20,000 volunteers and donation. And as I said earlier, we deal with 200,000 children, young people and families.
And that was all about the charity. Now it's time to find out what way Barnardo's support young people.
Right, now we're going to move on to fostering and adoption. Can you tell us something about how Barnardo's in Preston helps those that want to foster or adopt?
Yeah, in the office that me and Louise work in, we have a foster social worker who deals with foster carers. She runs a fostering service, she recruits foster carers, she assesses and trains them, and then she matches them with children from the local authorities. So she works very closely with social workers from the local authorities, and then she does the assessment process. Once they're assessed, she then goes in and supports the foster carers and the children. And that is actually run from our office at the moment.
Can you see it?
Thank you. Now we're going to move on to young carers. How do you help and support young carers?
Barnardo's have a young carers in Lancashire, have a young carers association. We support young carers up to the age of 18 who have significant caring for care people with physical disabilities, mental health problems and drug and alcohol problems. You have a named worker who goes in and helps the young carer, just supports them with anything that they need. They listen to them and they support them with confidence, self-esteem, role as a carer, hobbies and interest, decision making, education, employment or training, health and lifestyle. We also run young carers meetings. We have activities for them. We take them out on trips where they can meet each other. Okay.
How do you see the role of active citizenship working within Barnardo's?
Well, Barnardo's have an awful lot. We rely an awful lot on volunteers. We have 150,000 volunteers at the moment, 15,000 volunteers at the moment, and we in our office we have a lot of volunteers. So we've always run like that. So we've always run on a sort of active citizenship basis. Okay.
Obviously, there are many issues out there that young people need support with. How can people get involved as volunteers to support and help the work that Barnardo's does?
We encourage people to volunteer in a whole range of capacities, and that can be as a play worker for services, as a mentor for other young people, as well as working in our shops. All our shops which we rely on for our voluntary funding to be able to carry out our work are staffed by volunteers and one staff member, so it's really important. The other thing is to get involved in our campaigning work. We campaign against sexual exploitation and against poverty in respect of children and young people, and also we have a lot of fundraising events and challenges, just the sort of thing that young people can actually get the teeth in, and it would be really helpful to Barnardo's for young people to do more of that work.
Thanks for that, ladies. Now it's time to move on to CSV's news.
Good morning and welcome to CSV Preston News. CSV Learning Preston has been active in the field of European initiatives since 2003, when we organised our first youth exchange in Portugal. In just over 10 years, CSV has organised 11 youth exchanges involving 120 young people travelling to countries such as Poland, Portugal, Italy and Denmark. We've done a youth initiative involving 50 young people from Preston and Kielce, and we've had European Voluntary Service volunteers. 40 people from countries such as Poland, France, Spain, Turkey, Jordan, Spain, Denmark, Spain, Germany, Spain, Hungary, Spain, Sweden, Greece, Spain, Italy and Vietnam. Oh, and Spain. Also, CSV Learning Preston is involved in the project EC4LA, European Citizens for Local Actions, Active Citizenship and European Identity through volunteering on local level with 12 European partners. From the 24th to the 28th of June, we organised an information week. During that week, 50 people received information about how to become an active citizen and help their communities. Next September, the Blue Room will be complete and we will offer level 1 and level 2 Bluey courses, and also there will be more focus on gaining employment and moving on. CSV has announced that our 50th anniversary will be marked next month at a special event at St James's Palace in the presence of Her Majesty the Queen. Lucy de Groot, Chief Executive of CSV, said, CSV's 50th anniversary is a hugely important milestone and the perfect opportunity for us to celebrate the contribution of all our volunteers, learners and supporters over the years, and to encourage another 50 years of invaluable work in the communities nationwide. With over 3 million volunteers and many thousands of learners, we have something very special to celebrate. And just like Lucy celebrating us, we celebrate you. Cheers, Lucy. This is Liam Roberts, news reporter, signing off. You missed that. Well, that was interesting to find out from my identical twin, Owen Roberts. What's going on in the CSV project? Now it's time for a quick film about active citizenship, so enjoy.
To me, active citizenship means that you are playing an active part in your community. So it's people that are organising community groups or taking part in community groups.
Active citizenship is being an active member of the community who helps make the community better in some way. This can be by doing something like volunteer work, or even something as simple as helping an old woman across the street.
Last year for 3 months, from March till July, in a homeless shelter.
Last Thursday, I'm part of a music studio thing that's voluntary. Do voluntary work, recording local bands and artists.
The last time I took part in the community is, I'd say I'm pretty active in my community all the time, just by being conscientious and caring. I think the last time I'd say it was when I went to church.
It's helping me in that I'm getting contacts with people who can help with my band, because I'm interested in the performance side of music as well. It's helping me with the fact that I'm going on to do pretty much exactly the same thing at college next year. So I'll already have some knowledge about what I'm going to be doing. And I think it helps members of the community because people like bands and artists have places to go to get their tracks recorded and music videos done and stuff like that.
It makes you feel good within yourself, and it helps homeless people out, giving them clothes and food, etc.
I find citizenship and being a citizen more meaningful to me than being a bystander. I find that I get a lot out of being somebody who cares and takes time to do things. Don't get me wrong, I don't do lots. I just do a little bit every so often. I don't throw my rubbish on the floor. I suppose my job is a little bit of active citizenship because I'm working with young people, and some of those are really active citizen, and some of those are young people who maybe just need a little bit of guidance and some opportunities so that they can be more active citizens.
Yeah, because you'll find a difference doing something like that.
I think everybody should be encouraged to do it as an active citizenship, but nobody should be made to do anything that they don't want to do.
Yeah, I think we should, because by helping the community, just making it a better place and that, and yeah.
It's time for our next performance, this time from Aidan Inception, Standing, and Liam Blakey Blake.
When you just felt stuck, your life is in a rut. You wanna leave, but it's too hard to bear, so you abuse the people that are there, but it ain't fair there. Cause the point when you don't even care, I'm on a word. If it was you or me that put us in a place so seedy, I don't believe it that it has took so long to see that you and me are meant to be. We've grown apart, but even from the start it was never truly together. But I never imagined a full year where my head would be so unclear. If I loved you, I hate you. Everything that we've been through, I don't know what to do. I just know me and you are meant to be. Yeah, it hasn't been the same. You say I'm the one to blame. Love is pain, lost is blinding. I thought I was finding a girl for me, but it wasn't meant to be. It hasn't been the same. You say I'm the one to blame. Love is pain, lost is blinding. Now you call it my phone, begging me to let you come home, but inside you know that we've grown apart. Now I'm getting all these texts from all of my exes asking if I ever regretted leaving you for 1 second. What a product of our own invention. We don't even mention the faults in the system. Now you won't stop ringing, begging me to let you come back, but I'm always right. The fact that you give me more to talk about how you try and stress me out, so I scream and shout down the phone in front of the lads, but it hasn't always been this bad. Everything that we ever had was really ever good. We really had fun. It was over before it even begun. So this is me talking to you. What we had was cool, but I worked out for myself that me and you were meant for somebody else. We're not meant to be. It's over. I'm so sorry, but I do truly believe that we had something, but now we have nothing. It hasn't been the same. You say I'm the one to blame. Love is pain, lost is blinding. I thought I was finding the girl for me, but it wasn't meant to be. It hasn't been the same. You say I'm the one to blame. Love is pain, lost is blinding. Gotta say bye. I can't stay and try. I can't make it mine again. After this time, it would be a lie to say I wouldn't die for you. Just that type, but the fruits were ripe not long ago. Now I have to let you go when I really don't know where I'm gonna go after this place. I feel this place to be silly to chase. I know it's too late, so when I see her around through all the crowds, have to walk round. It wasn't all bad, but me and you were like blood. Me and you, true love. You gave me a hand up, and I won't forget, but I've got to forget. And now that the past be its end with a tear in my eye, now is the time to kiss your forehead and say goodbye and good night. It hasn't been the same. You say I'm the one to blame. Love is pain, lost is blinding. I thought I was finding a girl for me, but it wasn't meant to be. It hasn't been the same. You say I'm the one to blame. Love is pain, lost is blinding.
Now we have a short film story from CSV learners, so enjoy and run VT.
Olivia is a 15-year-old girl living in Preston city centre with her mother and stepfather. Her mother is unemployed and is a full-time mother, and her stepfather is a recovering alcoholic and drug user. Olivia has a younger brother aged 5 just starting school. Olivia attends secondary school and is a well-behaved pupil. Although Olivia's passion is her learning and as an opportunity to succeed, she is isolated from other pupils due to her being bullied, not only in school but online as well. Olivia turns to family for support. However, there is a major lack of support at home due to her family being unsettled. Olivia feels alone, like an outcast. She decides her only option is to run away and find support elsewhere. Olivia finds support off a social networking site of a man she thinks is a 16-year-old boy in the same situation as her. They talk for a while and decide to meet up during early hours the next morning to run away together at a local park, as she believes he can help her and supports her. Olivia feels loved. Olivia packs the belongings she feels she needs the following morning. This was at 3:45 a.m. Olivia writes her mother a letter explaining how she feels and why she's leaving, giving her mother no idea on where she has gone to. Olivia takes one last look at her house and has a doubt in her mind, however she still decides to leave. At 4:30 a.m, Olivia left her house and family. She arrived at the park for 4:40 a.m, but could not see the boy she had been speaking to. She waited and then was approached by an elderly man aged around 35 years old who claimed to be the younger boy she had been speaking to. His name was Roger. Although she was weary of him, she remembered how supported and special he made her feel while speaking the day before. He offered to give her a lift to somewhere to stay. Olivia decided to go. Olivia and Roger arrived at his house at 5:10 a.m. Olivia was tired but still weary. Roger assured her repeatedly that she was safe and he was going to make her life worth living, and all her sorrow was now gone. Olivia believed him. The house seemed cold, damp and shabby. Her mother's house seemed like luxury. The house seemed nothing like Roger had said over the internet. However, she still stayed and took her belongings upstairs where Roger had asked her to. Unknown to Olivia, Roger locked and barricaded the door shut. There was no way of escaping. It was now 5:35 a.m. Roger followed Olivia upstairs and politely asked her to follow him to the room where she would be staying. Olivia followed him. Roger took her back downstairs and led her to a door in the corner. "It's down this way," he said. Olivia, quite curious as to what was through the door, followed him down the stairs. It led to a basement. Before Olivia realised that things seemed very wrong, Roger chained her hands together and tied her up. Screaming and begging him to let her go, she realises she isn't alone. There was a few more teenage girls Roger had done this to, tied up, half naked and barely looking alive. Olivia feared for her life. Olivia noticed Roger smiling and laughing. He was hitting and torturing the other girls. Olivia had never seen this before. Olivia cried and begged him one last time. Roger walked over to her slowly and whispered, "You should have stayed at home." Olivia screamed.
Well, that was a great piece of work from some of our students here in the studio. Now it's time for Ben and Craig from BIG. The floor is yours, guys. Take it away. Nearly done. So, this is all we've got left. Watch this, I bet you we mess up on time and I bet you mess up.
Because Sam's not here.
Oh,
I love you, man.
Thanks for watching the TV show.
Hope you all enjoyed it and thanks to all those who made this happen.
Until next time, goodbye.